Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Leo March 10, 2022. Cooperation comes more readily than usual today, and energy is lively and creative around you. Conversations are animated and primarily light-hearted. What comes to light today may take a few days to truly sink in. Today's transits are especially good for looking at your life differently, especially private, personal, self-worth, and financial matters. Outside of the box, thinking brings rewards. You may wish to share something personal with a trusted person in your life, and it comes as a relief. You're in a great position to make small changes in your life that lead to significant improvements. You more readily see areas that would benefit from improved approaches, including projects and attitudes. Working under the radar is likely, and it's useful and fruitful to do so. Still, it's a time for branching out and coming up with novel ways to approach your world and express your feelings. You want to move forward freer and lighter, and a change of pace feels right. Even with this upbeat, forward-looking energy, it's a day for winding down. New beginnings should wait. Your red-hot planetary ruler, Mars, continues to travel alongside its divine counterpart, Venus, via your bossy 10th house of authority. So in addition to attracting those who gather at the C-suite, you're also looking the part. Whether you're single or already romantically attached, the effects of this celestial synergy are validating your desire for something long-lasting and perhaps even traditional. Keep in mind that the North Node of Fate via your 2nd house of value systems will face off with the wounded healer, Chiron, in your sign today. Leave the past where it belongs. The path is clearing. Who do you enjoy working with, and what brings you joy? As the moon leaves Capricorn for Aquarius, your mental processes may shift from career to community. In a perfect world, you should have a wide, supportive professional network to fall back on or seek out when you need help. However, this may not always be the case. So, use the lunar power to invest in groups, connections, and networking opportunities to meet supportive individuals in your field. After all, you never know who you could connect with or where networking could lead. The week is barely a few days old, but already the moon has managed to form a friendly aspect to the North Node in your income sector, and now, as it returns to an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart, it is set to do the same for the other side of the financial fence. This is helping to boost your confidence, especially when it comes to a creative approach to money matters. Have you ever been happier? Well, maybe back when you were a kid, but right now you're feeling pretty happy to be just exactly where you are. Enjoy this rare energy. It's not easy to break with tradition, but you are somewhat known for taking the road less traveled. Sometimes the road less traveled for you, however, is the traditional one. Give yourself a break today and follow a very simple plan. Eat only the freshest food available to you, exercise, but take special care of your joints, yoga or swimming followed by a sauna if possible, and get to bed early. Your next break from the norm will be empowered by this respite. It's a brand new month and a fresh cycle is starting. You can't get a better day than this day to get the action happening in your life. You are probably well known for your abilities to take the initiative and get things underway. However, it can be especially important for you to think these things through first before committing. A lack of follow-through is something also akin to being a one. Provided the project you start is exciting and can hold your interest, you shouldn't have too much trouble sticking with it until the end. The moon is traveling across an important part of the sky today, something that will give you a better read on where you have been and where you are going. It is just before leaving your income sector that the moon will form a friendly aspect to Pluto in your career sector, just as he is pulling things back professionally to a more manageable and long-term pace. It is just a few hours later that returning to your communication sector, the moon will form a friendly aspect to Venus and Mars, just as they have shifted their focus from your professional game and onto your social life, friendship, teamwork, and networking. As the moon makes its first visit to your communication sector since Venus and Mars returned to your friendship sector over the weekend, there will be an immediate reaction. The moon's friendly aspect to the planets of love and passion will make it easier to connect, something that will give your relationships and the laws of synchronicity a boost. Your tarot reading for today. The Hermit, the Fool, and Wheel of Fortune. The cards highlight significant potential that you are not taking full advantage of. You lack confidence in yourself, and lately you have not been able to take advantage of all the opportunities that have come your way. This draw invites you to rediscover the desire to move forward and accomplish what you really enjoy doing. The difficulties that you are worried about today won't necessarily impinge on your life project. You need to get organized so you can adopt the best way to accomplish your goals and finally be recognized for what you really are. In the past, you have been deceived by people you trusted. You felt it was a betrayal, and today you have trouble trusting people you don't know. There is this particular woman, older than you. Much appreciated by certain people in your life, she seems to be slandering you. You will need to beware of this person who could bring you a lot of problems on a personal level. One solution would be to put some distance between you, or to discuss your differences to put the record straight. The cards suggest a turnaround in March 2022. In effect, luck could be smiling at you and you could experience a happy event. You are not prepared for it, but you have been thinking about it for a long time. You have to know what it's about in order to learn what the draw is telling you. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury turns retrograde today, and, as with all Mercury retrogrades, there could be significant miscommunication, technological issues, emotional meltdowns, drama, and travel delays. It isn't an ideal time to start a new project or sign a document. Sounds like fun, right? Nope. But not all hope is lost. This is the first Mercury retrograde of 2022, which is why we shouldn't overthink it. We just have to get through it, so we can start to enjoy the year ahead. It's imperative to make sure your email contacts, documents, and other important files are backed up and secure. There could be a system failure or miscommunication that sets you back a few days. The silver lining to all this is that when you do start saving all that information, you'll be able to go through old photos, emails, and docs, and discard the ones that are no longer essential. Basically, give your phone and computer a major detox. Because the Mercury retrograde commences at the same time that Venus is moonwalking, we can expect to hear from old lovers or exes. Also, we could experience relationship issues with current close ones, which won't be easy for anyone to get over. While we can trust our head to steer us in the correct direction, we should aim to be heart-centered in our approach. The next 2 days are an excellent time for starting things, but not for seeing them through if they require extensive planning or patience. Also before dawn, Leo Mars forms a square to Ceres in Taurus, activating a T-square with retrograde Jupiter in Aquarius. The opposition between Mars and Jupiter will be exact tomorrow. This transit presents a conflict between two fundamental human instincts, self-preservation and the reflex to protect those we care about. We believe others must submit to us so we can help them. If they refuse our help, we lose our purpose, so we interpret this as defiance, an insult, or a threat. If someone does permit us to assist them, we will make sure they don't forget it. Reminders of how giving and generous we are subtly imply that we are owed a debt of gratitude, which inevitably breeds resentment, making the other party wish they hadn't asked in the first place. We should monitor our actions closely today. Self-reflection is the only way to determine whether we are out of line or overstepping another's boundaries.